And I see like some of these artists are still doing the old bullshit industry tricks, man. I really feel like the only guy who's kind of ushering in a new wave. Fuck Bandcamp, fuck SoundCloud. I'm saying fuck YouTube right now. We just figuring it out. These artists that are like, yo, we need this video to get to 1,000 views and we'll drop the next video. Why don't you just drop music, bruh? I hate that shit. I hate when artists feel like, well, I ain't gonna drop music until we get 100 likes. Like, bruh, what are you, a fucking diva or are you a artist? Because
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil lay inside your box now while the angels fly over my headstone.
We are back with another episode of the God's Hour podcast with your boy Big Serbs, back in the motherfucking place to be. La America Superior, Palace 81, studios in the building. You already know how we do it. We getting it mad, late up in this piece, trying to get the microphone going this way and that way. Should I leave? Should I go? Maybe so, maybe no. I think I got that from a... What? Damn, man. There's a song that's like, it goes, maybe so, maybe no. Fuck, man. I gotta find that sample. I'm pretty sure I sampled that shit, but we got a lot of cover, man. There was a whole bunch of shit that's happened over like the last 2 weeks that I didn't really get into because I got all these episodes ready to go, ready for y'all to watch for your enjoyment. And some of y'all's, this is cool, man. Y'all over here talking about, this is the best podcast in the world. I should win a Pulitzer Prize, Guinness Book of World Records and all that. I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, man. This is work, you know what I mean? Instead of me enjoying my free time out of work and shit, I'm pretty much doing more work. So even when I'm not doing no work for the feria, I'm doing work for the feria. So that's just how it goes. But this is fun, you know what I mean? It's not like, what did Buddha say? If you don't work for the man, you're going to work for a woman. So that was a cool quote. I really appreciate Buddha for that one. Words of wisdom, speaks from the wizard of the wise, But episode numero 81, 81, yes, live rounds. So apparently there were live rounds in a gun. Alec Baldwin got charged with 2 counts of manslaughter, which is kind of crazy. I don't know how they do that. Like because he hit 2 people, right? Is that what it was? He hit the chick and then the director or whatever it was. So I guess, because I thought it was like he was only charged for the 1, but 2 people got hit. So yeah, homie got charged with 2 counts. It doesn't surprise me. What does kind of surprise me is how he was going about it. Alec Baldwin was on some sort of news station or an interview, something like that, and he was being pretty spicy with his choice of words as far as defending himself and all that shit. I was watching that thinking this fool is like wild as hell. I would definitely be a lot more empathetic about the whole situation because you can't really be just out here like, oh well, I forgot what he said because I don't remember. I just remember the story when it came out and all that. I just remember being like, well, this fucking only hurts this fool. When you get into any sort of legal situation, the last thing you want to do is do interviews about it because that could bring the whole case, make turn the case against you because you're supposed to fight it. And I got my glasses on now because my eyes are all getting all fucked up by the light. So see what I'm doing, y'all? I'm sacrificing my eyes, my time, and my pride for this podcast. You know what I mean? But before we get into that, the whole Alec Baldwin thing, I just think it's like, I think it's pretty crazy how this fool got charged with 2 counts of manslaughter. It's not. I don't think it's crazy in the fact that I didn't think he was gonna be charged. I really didn't think he was going to, but I'm not surprised. The only thing I'm really surprised at is the fact that he's probably not gonna do that much time compared to the average individual. I think it's all on him because he's the executive producer, so he should have been. Everyone should have been checking the bullets or the rounds in the gun or whatever it was. I'm really surprised that Hollywood has, what is it? They don't have more strict, gun laws. Is that what it is, or gun codes or whatever the fuck? Because if you could fucking, what that tells me is if you could shoot and hit somebody, that just means the gun is real. Like, I don't give a fuck if you have blanks or whatever other, or a pipe gun. If you could discharge a firearm and send a projectile flying, you're gonna kill somebody. Whether it's a rock in that bitch or whatever, it doesn't matter, bro. So obviously, the whole story was he was aiming it, I guess, at the camera and killed the 2 people. I really should be more up on this shit, but it is, you don't come to the God's hour for fucking, the most detailed news. I'm not here to break the news. I'm just here to fucking talk shit about a few topics, like this fucking idiot, Alec Baldwin. In my opinion, this fool's dumb because you should know how you should make it. You like how you as a fucking executive producer, if you're gonna be bringing props, whatever, capital to the film, you should really make it your job to make sure everyone is safe. Now, had this been anyone else, they'd be doing some serious time. 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter. Voluntary is a lot more, but involuntary manslaughter is still, bro. Like, what is manslaughter? Like 5 to 10? 2 counts, you could get fucking life, bro. I mean, it won't be 20 to life, but you could do a lot of time. And Alec Baldwin, if he wasn't who he was at his age, he'd probably die in fucking prison. I'm not trying to put that on nobody. I'm just saying, like, that's what it might be. I just thought that was really fucking interesting. But peace to the homie Alec Baldwin, man. Hopefully you learn from your mistakes and you make better movies, because nobody was thinking about watching that shit. This is probably the most publicity he's ever got for a fucking movie, because what was the last movie that was cool? The one with Fun with Dick and Jane with Jim Carrey? That was a hilarious movie. That's a hilarious movie title too. I just had some hot cocoa with the lion's mane mushroom dust, you know what I mean, to get my mind right. I've been fucking feeling all anxious and anxiety and all that, so I've been trying to tame the beast with another beast. Pause. So, speaking of guns, man, Aktive versus Old Red. This battle, I've been waiting for this battle for a long time. A lot of people think Old Red won. To me, it's debatable, because I kind of get sick of Old Red's, not his style, but like just, he's not really that entertaining to me. Aktive he'll perform it and bring emphasis in his words and believability. Like, that's my whole thing. Like, I want rappers, whatever it is, just regular music or battle rappers, I want it to be sold to me. I want it, you know what I mean? I want the battlers to actually bring me in and captivate me, whether it be jokes or whatever funny shit or just lyrical ability. Old Red is he's a battler where you got to watch his stuff a few times before you're like, damn, this is dope. Sometimes I don't want that. And this was really the opposite. Aktive ain't that crazy lyrical, but I feel like whatever Old Red is good at as far as lyrical ability and all that stuff, Aktive, those are his what is it? That is weakness. That is weakness, but like they're definitely not his strengths. So they're just 2 completely different styles. And I think after the Aktive's first round, he told O-Red, like, and you better not say that word, or like we're gonna fucking get down after this. And O-Red, he knew what he was doing, bro. Like, he tried to play it off like, what word are you talking about? What are you talking about? And Aktive didn't want to say it himself because bro's a crip, you know? And the fucking security guard he had the stick on him. He took the shoulder strap off like if that fool was gonna shoot fucking Aktive or something. When I seen that, I was like, yo, I think I've talked about this before, but ARP or whatever, whoever decision it was, yeah, have the security guard have the fucking stick on him. But bro, you don't gotta have the whole chopper. Like, you about to air everybody out and send everybody to Jesus. You know, it's a fucking rap battle, bro. I'm pretty sure everybody gets patted down and everything's accounted for, or if it's not, it's kind of pretty crazy, you know. But with the whole security guard having the stick on him, I was like, what is this fool gonna do? Like, shoot Aktive and O-Red over the, like, to me, that's when it gets a little crazy. Like, I believe in defending yourself. In a home, you can have whatever you want. You can have a fucking bazooka for all I give a fuck. If you think that's gonna help you in your home, that's fine. But when you're out, bro, and there's other civilians, with the stick, whatever it is, 223, 556, that shit is going through multiple motherfuckers. And then now, what are you gonna now? You know, now you didn't hit like 4 people, 4 counts of, you know, 2nd-degree murder, whatever the fuck it is, and then you go in fucking prison. And then that dude, the security guard, already looks like in his 50s. You're gonna die in prison, bro. So I don't know. That was really weird. When I seen that, I was like, wow, like, what the fuck is this fool gonna do? He's gonna shoot fucking Aktive? What the fuck? So that kind of was like, ARP, hire the guy if you want. You know, just leave the gun, take the cannoli type shit. You know what I mean? It's just kind of, that was actually pretty good fucking reference with that. But yeah, bro, Aktive is literally like in O-Red's face, like, you better not say that word. O-Red's trying to play it off, and he made Aktive pretty much say, like, don't say crab. Because this is the thing. A lot of people in the comments I was seeing were like, oh, like, Aktive's getting emotional and all that. But bro, Aktive literally represents a very well-known, notoriously active, respected neighborhood where he's from in Los Angeles. No, not in Los Angeles, in Watts, bro. And over there's a strict code that you gotta live by. So all you other nerds and shit like that who don't understand the game, don't understand the ropes, how this shit goes, just shut your fucking mouth. You know, obviously, you could tell who fucking hasn't even been a part of that in the slightest, or in the streets in the slightest, or just don't know shit about nothing. They just live in their mama's basement and they wait for the meatloaf like Will Ferrell and Step Brothers. But come on now, bruh. If you are Aktive, let me just break it down for you. There's certain things that you gotta respect, and one of the shit is the gang shit, you know. And I could give a fuck what anybody says. Oh, you're in a battle rap, this isn't gang shit. But bro, Aktive gotta go back to where he's from. And if his homies are like, yo, you let him call you a crab, that's not gonna look good on him. It's not gonna look good on the set. So because of that, Aktive gotta press the issue. Now, O-Red might not take it serious. The fucking fans might take it serious. Homie with security guard, old man with the stick might not take it serious. But for Aktive, it's all he has in the street is your respect and your word. That's anywhere. But I'm just saying specifically for Aktive. I'm not trying to defend Aktive like all the way. I know I am, but in this instance, I have to, bro. He's from Cali. Most people don't understand the codes out here. And it's just real simple, bro. Just don't say anything derogatory. That's why the girl, what was her name? Miss Miami, when she dropped the blue flag, the blue flag, and she disrespected Tookie Williams and all that shit. Like, she was about to get fucking beat up right there. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's justifiable, but you got to understand where these people are coming from. They're coming from real environments where they're in the street pretty much 24/7 all their lives. They live there. They go to school there. The street where they're from is all they got. Pretty not all they got, but where they're from is just a whole different thing, which people don't really understand. So this shit is really serious. You know, I felt like really I had to talk about it because whenever cultures don't understand other cultures, you know, like battle rap is a completely different thing from the gang shit, because I feel a lot of fans don't understand. They're not trying to understand. They're just trying to watch a battle, and I get that. But as far as like, that's not fake, bro. Like, Aktive wasn't playing around. That he wasn't being emotional because he was on camera. That was real for him, bro. And you gotta respect that, you know. And whether O'Red was trying to play it off or not, I just thought that wasn't cool what he said before about the whole crap thing. He know what he said. He know what he whether he meant it or not, he should just know who the fuck he's talking to. That's with anybody. You should know who you're talking to, bro. Whether it be Bloods, Crips, Mormons, fucking Jehovah's Witnesses. You gotta understand and respect where these people come from. You don't gotta respect them all the way or know them as a person. You just gotta respect the difference of opinions and just try to be as accommodating as you can to other people's cultures, because that's not cool to be like, well, I'm going to just say a derogatory word and think that they don't have no consequences attached to them. Like, there is freedom of speech, but what comes out of your mouth could cost you some hospital bills. You know what I mean? So I kind of just wanted to talk about that for a little bit. So going back, man, the reason why I don't know what I'm going to do with the whole podcast, YouTube, man, just put out some crazy policy where, like, if you even say fuck or shit, dick, bitch, pussy, whatever it is, right, you're going to get demonetized. And I don't rock with that at all. It took me a long time to get to almost 400 subscribers, over 350 subscribers and stuff like that. If they were to take that away from me, the money away from me, I'd be really pissed, because YouTube, I feel like they're doing everything they can to just take money from people, take money from the creators and put it in their pockets. They're really trying to censor YouTube as much as they can. I don't know why they're doing it. I think it's really lame, but I really hope that Jeff Bezos could invest in, what's that shit, Daily Motion, so we could get YouTube the fuck out of here, because I'm not going to censor the podcast. I don't give a fuck about who I offend, or I kind of do care about who I offend, but I'm not going to censor myself and what I say. Like, that's the whole part of free speech. Now, if you're Kanye and you say some crazy shit, then some things could happen with that. But with me, I'm going to say what I want to say, and I'm not going to really watch my mouth, because this is my show. I created this shit from the ground up. Nobody helped me, so nobody's going to say shit about it, because this is mine. You can't touch what's mine. Same thing with those paintings. Same thing with the room and all that. This is my creative freedom, and I'm not going to let anybody take that away. Not a label, not a fucking stupid video site. None of this shit, bro. So I'm thinking about going to Spotify, so I don't know. I never wanted to go to Spotify until I could leverage a deal like the whole Joe Rogan thing, but let's be honest, yo. The whole that shit, it's either I'm gonna join now or join later. So I don't know. I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I really got to see what other sites support podcasts, because I don't want them thinking they're my only game in town. I'm definitely going to need my Fedia. And that's just that. You know what I mean? Fuck YouTube. I'm not going to censor the podcast. And I could give a fuck who gets offended by that, because there's so many creators out here that are now not going to have fucking any money from their videos because they curse or they have inappropriate things like that. YouTube really fucked up with this one, and either they're going to have to revert it back, or people are just going to protest YouTube and jump off the platform, such as myself, because, you know, I feel like it's not right, bro. Like, all YouTube is doing is giving more of an advantage to other places that do support videos, maybe TikTok, maybe, you know, whatever, Spotify. I just think it's dumb. What I also think is dumb is how much I yawn on the podcast, because when I want to go to sleep, I can't sleep for shit. And then when I don't want to go to sleep, I'm tired. And when I fucking gotta be prepared to do some fucking shit, like talk for a fucking 30 to 45 minutes, I'm over here yawning. I really don't like that shit. Scammers, man, let's get into these scammers. There was like this page that messaged me or commented on one of my posts and was like, yo, I want to paint you, or like, I think I could paint you and all that, and let me know if I could paint you. I'm like, all right, DM me. And they're like, yeah, you know, my client is going to pay X amount of money and you're going to get a portion of the money. I'm like, I'm going to get money for getting my painting, for getting a painting of me done. I'm like, so that kind of was confusing. I'm like, all right, cool. My whole thing was, okay, so if I get my image painted, I'm going to need like a percentage off the back end, because nobody's going to sell my image to the museum and be like the real Chicano street artist from the barrio or whatever the fuck. It's like, nah, bro, I'm going to need my feria. You know, you're not going to pay me a flat fee for something. You're going to keep selling and reselling. Like, I'm going to get that money if people want to use me in their paintings and shit like that. Shit, fucking almost dropped my soda right now. What the fuck? God damn it. So with this chick, or at least I think it's a chick, it was like, oh, my client will send you a check, so just give me your information. I'm like, all right, cool. But they were like, oh yeah, we're not gonna sell the paintings. This is strictly a project, all this bullshit. I was like, all right, cool. Send them my information, and the check comes through my spam folder, and that's when there was a big red flag right there. I'm like, why did it go through my spam folder? And I look, and it's the fakest digital check I've ever seen. It looks like a mock-up or something, like an Excel mock-up, or, you know, it just didn't look real. And I'm like, wait, this is the full amount. This isn't the cut like what y'all said I was getting. Shut the fuck up, dog. Jesus Christ. I'm like, this ain't the full amount. And she's like, oh yeah, you're gonna get the full amount, and you just send me the fucking the rest of the money. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't you just send me my cut, and then your client pays you the fucking rest of the money? And then they try to get all frisky with me, like, oh, why do you want to change your mind now? I thought we agreed to this. I said, first of all, I didn't agree to shit. Second of all, this fucking don't even make any sense. And they already knew, like, I sniffed them out. Like, this was a bullshit ass scam. Like, I've been pickpocketed and shit like that. That was way more successful than this fucking scammer bullshit. They really thought I was half a fucking idiot. So shame on them for even trying to assume that I would be some kind of fucking idiot or whatever, you know what I mean? And the scamming shit is big. Like, all these robots are following me, telling me to promote shit on fucking whatever, the Canadian community fucking program or whatever. It's like, bro, fuck off. Unless you're gonna follow me and like my shit, don't comment on my shit. Don't do none of that, bro. Because literally, that's fucking corny, you know? You're over here trying to pollute the program, and I'm definitely gonna fucking delete all the comments I had off of my shit, because it's like, y'all straight dick suckers, bro. Scammers, bro. Just trying to get people to fuck with trying to get my followers to fuck with your shit. Not gonna happen. Any more comments to see like that, them shit is getting deleted on site now. My barber Carlos, bro, they made a fake page about my barber, and they followed me. I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, when the fuck did Carlos get a new Instagram page? And I didn't even think about following the fake page back. I didn't even think it was a fake page. I'm like, oh, okay, well, Carlos will probably make a post like, this is my new account or whatever the fuck, because I think this is like his second account, if I'm not mistaken, or I'm not sure, but you know, a day later or something, he posts like, yo, this is not my page, report this shit, this is not me. And I messaged them like, yo, bro, they followed me. Like, these fucking assholes. The nerve of these cocksuckers. They're just literally bottom feeders. Won't work for their shit. Trying to scam people. They're these fucking Nigerians or whoever they are. Not to be racist, whoever. The biggest scammers, I think, are in Nigeria. But what I'm saying is, like, bro, go fucking find a day job, you lazy cocksucking fucks, because fools out here really need to eat. It's not like we in wherever the fuck you at and we could get, $1 for 10 loaves of bread. Nah, bro, a loaf of bread out here is like $5, $6, $7, depending on where the fuck you go. And, to be scammed out here, like they scam my grandma and shit like that. So I really have a bone to pick with scammers. I really want to find where these little fucks are and just smash their laptop to pieces and break their fucking face in. Because literally, I will fuck one of these levas up. And I don't know, I just think that was like some fucking stupid shit that I had to talk about. Scammers and pajamas, these fucking levas, bruh. What else we got to talk about? Okay, so shout out the homie MC Life. He had the show he was going to throw for Chewy. If you don't know Chewy and Triz, they made America's Most Blended. In my opinion, one of the best albums of 2013. And I had been telling this fool, like, yo, I want to do a show for y'all. I don't even want any money. Like, I just want to perform. And he's like, oh, okay. We'll keep you in mind or some shit like that. Oh, no. He sent me the flyer and he was like, yeah, if you want to perform, it's $50. I'm like, I gotta pay to perform my music? Are you high? Bruh, me performing for free is already like, you're already getting a deal with that. You don't gotta pay nobody. I'm entertaining your people, bro. Come on now, like, what fucking sense? That don't even really make that much sense right there. You don't tell, most people would give you a free burrito, a drink, a fucking $5 coupon, an RB something. Nah, bro, I'm literally performing for free, and that's cool. That's on me. That I don't have no problems with that. But when you want me to pay for a performance, it's kind of like that don't make sense, If you can't sell tickets or whatever the fuck, don't be trying to squeeze me and trying to shake me down. Pause for for $50. Like, really, bro? You're not at that point. You're not holding down the culture. You're actually trying to take from artists, and you're stealing from the culture pretty much. I don't give a fuck how you look at it. Whether it is you want to. We could. This is like going like a lot fucking further than I wanted it to go. But basically. Then at some point he was like, yo, can I just book you? And I want to say this was like Tuesday, and the show was on a Friday. I have to work, and you're not going to book me last minute, If you want to book me in advance or at least a week in advance or something, cool. We could do that. We could set something up, get that arranged, because we could do that. But if you want to come last minute just because you can't fill spots in your little shows or whatever the fuck, not to belittle you, but I'm just saying if you can't fill your spots and you want to book me last minute, don't do that. That's disrespectful of my time, of your time, because if you book me last minute, and I'm trash, you're going to say, oh, well, that dude was just trash. It's like, no, bro, you booked me last minute, so I might not be prepared. Let me have at least a week in advance. I'll come up with a set list, a show, the most fire shit. I'm going to come and I'll rock the house out. But you can't call me last minute and be like, yo, can you perform? Like, he already had, like, who he wanted, but I'm just pretty much an open mic, but I'm like kicking off the show. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I thank you and I thank them for the opportunity. Like, it's no hard feelings. I don't want him to feel like I'm coming at him sideways, but you're just not going to disrespect my time like that, bro. What if the homies' babies do on Friday and you're like, oh yeah, can you perform? Like, no, I ain't gonna perform. What the fuck? Like, I got shit to do. I got business to handle. I'm not gonna be fucking around with you guys and whatever it is you want me to do just because you don't have your business in order. So, I'm not gonna pay to perform, and you're definitely not gonna book me last minute. Fuck that. I'm not gonna do it. Not at all. At least know with James, he'll bring someone in for free. Hey, that saves somebody $8, $12, whatever it is. We could spend that on a fucking sandwich or a fucking drink or something. You know what I mean? Like, make it make sense. Cause the whole paying to perform and the whole booking me last minute, that didn't really make too much sense, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really not. And I see like some of these artists are still doing the old bullshit industry tricks, man. I really feel like the only guy who's kind of ushering in a new wave. Fuck Bandcamp, fuck SoundCloud. I'm saying fuck YouTube right now. We just figuring it out. These artists that are like, yo, we need this video to get to 1,000 views and we'll drop the next video. Why don't you just drop music, bruh? I hate that shit. I hate when artists feel like, oh, I ain't gonna drop music until we get 100 likes. Like, bruh, what are you, a fucking diva or are you a artist? Because the last time I checked, if I waited for one of my songs to get to 1,000 views before I drop more music, I never drop more music because I don't have a fucking 1,000 views on my own channel, on my own music. That's just life. You gotta fucking deal with it. You're not gonna be achieving every goal you have, you know what I mean? But you can't make music and just drop that shit and hope that people do fuck with it. Now, if you have a team of, you know, producers, the cameramen, all this shit, videographers, dancers, fucking beatboxers or whatever it is, then yeah, that's cool, bro. Like, good for you. But I'm a one-man army. I'm the one calling the shots. I'm the one engineering, producing. I'm the one who's doing the paintings. I'm the one writing the rhymes. I'm the one that's doing everything right now. Nobody is lifting a finger up for me, bro. And so for me to feel like the fans ain't giving me what I want just robs me of my own happiness. So I'm going to do what the fuck I want. Fuck the fans. How about that? No disrespect. But fuck the fans. What the fuck do they know about my shit? You know, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you can suck 2 dicks. I don't give a fuck, respectfully. I don't care. Because I don't make music to fucking be a part of some bullshit or try to make myself look cool or fame or money or none of that. Literally, this shit keeps me sane. This music shit keeps me sane. The podcast I'm a little new at, but the music shit keeps me sane, bro. So fuck 1,000 views, bro. That's fucking lame. I think fools be hurting themselves when they do shit like that. Like, oh, I need X amount of views for the next song. Like, how about you just do shit to do it, you know? Makes sense to me. And we'll get into the heavy shit in a little bit, but Krishan Rock, is that what her name is? I don't even really know how I feel about this, just bringing it up now. But with Blueface, I guess she's like really abusive to Blueface, or they're like abusive to each other. And I guess they're not together anymore, but they've said that before and all this shit. The way I feel about abusive relationships, man, it's just kind of like, I would never want to be in one. God forbid I ever get in one, because that's just wild to me how dudes let their girls yell at them, or they yell at their girl. Like, abusive relationships are like totally crazy for me. They're like the fucking, like, I literally feel the devil's energy and shit like that whenever I come across things of that nature. But it was just really interesting, man. Really interesting seeing fucking her get kicked out of the No Jumper studio, whatever that was, when they did the episode with Blueface. And girls are wild, man. Dudes are crazy too, but you really got to stay away from people or relationships if you're like that. Like, if you know you're crazy, don't get in a relationship. Fix yourself. Work on yourself. Do a few woo sides. Go for a walk. AA meetings. Whatever it is you got to do to better yourself, do it. Because getting in a relationship is only going to burden someone else with their bullshit and their bullshit on your bullshit. And this is going to be a clusterfuck of bullshit that nobody wants. Pretty much, bruh. Just be a good fucking individual and don't hurt nobody, bruh. Because this whole thing with the Krishan shit, it really was like, wow, this is exactly why I try to stay away from crazy bitches. And no offense to any of the women out there. We're just talking about crazy bitches right now, because these bitches be crazy. They really be doing the most extra shit just for attention. And that's what it is. They don't have the right amount of energy in their life, so they feel like they could just get that energy no matter how extreme their actions or words are to other people. And I feel like that's just a blatant robbery of other people's, good blessings, good time, whatever it is you want to call it. I'm not with that, bro. The way I feel like abusive relationships is the same way I look at maniacs and pedophiles and all these other fucking people that fuck it up for anybody else. It's just like, stay away. I don't want that. I don't want to be around that. I've kind of been around like abusive people in my life. I thank God I've never been in an abusive relationship or any real relationship that I could claim. Like, as soon as I feel like it's just not going to go too well, I just cut it off, whatever it is, friends, family, relationships, Don't have me in a situation where I feel like I have to regulate on some shit because you don't have your shit together, And so Feezy Lebron is suing the LA County Sheriff's Department for $10 million. They threatened his life. A security guard, he came up to his car and was like, if you put the car in drive, I'm going to shoot you, and all this crazy shit. The police are wild, and I feel like, the LAPD has been covered before about the crazy stuff that goes on. I feel like we're barely peeking behind the curtain about what the LAPD really does, because if you think this shit is crazy, just imagine all the innocent kids that they've killed, and illegal guns and fucking drug smuggling, crooked shit that they've done. This is nothing compared to fucking a lot of shit that I've read about and I've actually heard about. But good for him, man. Hopefully he wins that case. Hopefully they do get sued out the ass. The department definitely does have the Fetty out for it. I'm pretty sure they do have some sort of insurance policy because they're crooked as shit. And if they don't, I hope they get robbed for every penny, because, people, they say all cops are not bad cops, and they say this, they say that. They say that the police is good for whatever the fuck, but, shit like this happens every day, And I get that it's only a few bad apples, but the bad apples fucks up the department. And the department, a lot of people think the police are fighting crime, all the shit. Nah, man, there's gangs in the police too. They got the same tattoos. They're banging on shit. They're dropping people off in enemy hoods and shit. Like, how is that not a gang? You know what I mean? How are you not operating on some gang shit? And I just tweeted about this, that, politics is a gang. The police, they a gang. Social clubs, they're gangs. The whole system is based on this whole gang banging shit, where it's just like, if you're not in the club, we're not down with you, and if you're not down with us, we're gonna do everything in our power to not fuck with you. And I think that's lame. Everybody got to be in the club, whether whatever it is. If you got to know people to be in higher positions of powers, like the fucking Freemasons, the sororities, the fraternities, the fucking whatever it is, right? Like, you got to know people, and usually that comes with being in like a fucking secret society or some shit like that. Crazy. That shit is wild. There was a shooting in Monterey Park. So today is Chinese New Year. Happy Chinese New Year to all our brothers and sisters out there around the world. So minutes before it was Chinese New Year, whoever was the shooter killed like 10 people and like 16 people were shot. I think that's wild, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on. China Mac covered this because he was literally across the street when it happened, and he looked spooked, bro. I would have been spooked like a motherfucker. I would have been scared like a motherfucker, but you could really tell that it affected him, and he was like pretty much telling everybody to get, their concealed carries and all that shit. And I feel like, I know this might sound crazy, but like, I'm kind of not glad that it happened, but like, now it's going to be easier. Like, yo, this shit is wild out here. I mean, it's been wild, but it just gives me a better reason to just get it, The whole, like, my cousin, I told my cousin I want to get my concealed carry, and he was like, why? What the fuck? Like, it like scared him. Like, why the fuck would you want to get that? Like, you're inviting that shit. It's like, bro, this shit is inviting themselves to the party. So I'd rather be caught with it than without it. The old saying, you know what I mean? I'd rather have the hollows in the chamber ready to rock and roll, because you just never know, bruh. And me and my dad, we had a discussion about this. And yeah, you know, it's within your constitutional rights to defend yourself, but you can't actively go after somebody who's not a threat to you. A robbery don't really justify it, but in a shooting, hey man, bullets were flying by. I popped him in his head. What the fuck you want me to do? Yeah, you might not beat it, but I'd rather face time and live than to not face time and fucking be dead. You know what I mean? So I just want to say peace, prayers, and condolences to the families and the affected loved ones and friends of the Monterey Park fucking mass shooting. This shit was wild. I couldn't believe this shit happened. You know, I was up, I was getting some breakfast, and I seen the shit on the TV, and I'm like, this whole fucking shooting shit is like the Saturday morning cartoons now. It's like a new one every fucking Saturday morning, and I hate to have euphemisms about cartoons and shootings, but it's true, bro. Like, now people are really desensitized to this, to where now it's not a big deal. Columbine was a big deal. This whole, I feel like every day it's a new shooting at this point. And it's just like, things have got to change, bro. I've been saying this. Things have got to change. There's definitely something missing that we got to do. But I will tell you this, and I said this, I think, on one of the last episodes I covered the shooting stuff. If everybody just had the fucking blick on them, nobody would really be, this wouldn't be a problem. Who the fuck is pulling up? This looks like my aunt right here. No, it's not. Why do people pull up in your driveway? Bruh, I fucking hate these fucking maricones over here, bruh. So, if everyone had a gun, there'd be no shootings. There would be, but then there'd be a lot of motherfucking shooters getting shot. I'll tell you that. You know? There's guns. There's all kinds of guns in America. And it doesn't make sense to outlaw guns just because people are getting killed. It only makes sense to arm everybody and teach them, you know, what's that? The FSC, the fire safety course. Because if you outlaw it, then it'll be like prohibition, where now only criminals are going to have guns, and now we're all fucking sitting ducks. So they should really pass a law nationwide, federal. Everyone can carry. You don't need whatever they got to do. They got to work it out, man. Because I really feel like they're fucking up with the whole. You know, California had really strict gun laws. Now it's kind of like they're like, you know, well, you should probably get one. You know, and I feel like I'm already looking through some websites, and I really want to get that Bursa 9, because it's time to get strapped up. It's time to tell people you love them, you're going to protect them, and you got to do what you got to do to survive out here, because this is in the game. Like, it's really not a game anymore. This shit can happen anywhere. It happened in Torrance. It can happen anywhere, bro. Like, it doesn't need to be LA. LA is already riddled with bullets. Everyone knows that. But when it happens at a fucking Chinese New Year parade or whatever, it's like, bro, what the fuck? What the fuck's going on? So, I didn't mean to kind of end it on a light note. I don't really know what else to talk about. This was kind of like one of those things where I just had a bunch of topics to talk about, and we'll get into my personal life. But right now, man, I'm just kind of figuring my life out, you know. I'm figuring out what's the next moves. I'm always trying to better myself and my situations, man, because helping hands handle all the trash, like I said on 997, bruh. And it's true. You got to be prepared, bruh, for anything, because anything can happen in a moment. Your life could change in a second. And you just got to be prepared. This is the God's Hour.
Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to fill the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now.
While the angels fly over my headstone.